Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. A crash in Arcadia earlier today left one car in a ditch. Multiple vehicles were involved in the incident. It is unknown to us at this time if there were any injuries from the crash. We will release more details and information as they become available to us. Firefighters in Winona spent the morning putting out a garage fire that left behind heavy damage. Crews were called just after 6 a.m. to the 400 block of West Sarnia Street. The garage was fully engulfed when they arrived, damaging the structure and its contents. No one was injured and the cause remains under investigation. Eau Claire residents may notice more law enforcement officers and canines around the city this week. The city is hosting the Wisconsin Law Enforcement Canine Handler Association Conference, running today through Wednesday. The event is closed to the public, but officials asked residents to give space to canine teams as they train at more than a dozen locations throughout the area. A weekend clinic in La Crosse is helping young drivers build skills and confidence behind the wheel. News 8 Now's JDS McGee joins us from the newsroom to show us how.
It's not your average driving lessons. Squealing tires and swerving cars may sound chaotic, but for local teams, it's par for a lesson in control. The Teen Car Control Clinic takes students out of the classroom and into real-life driving scenarios. Teens use their own vehicles to practice emergency braking, driving in slick conditions, and accident avoidance.
The hands-on training is really popular among the teens. Often their parents made them come when they're here in the morning, but they learn a lot over the course of the day, and they have a good time by the end and feel a lot more confident in controlling their vehicle.
The event brought in instructors and volunteers, many with professional driving experience, to give students feedback in real time. Reporting in the newsroom, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, JDS. In Trempealeau, Eckers Apple Farm continues the Oktoberfest spirit this weekend with this year's Ecktoberfest. The Apple Farm invites the community for a day of train rides through the orchard, food, drinks, and live music. Attendees can even play a round of the German game Hammerschlagen. However, the fall activities are just getting started, with Eckers Hootenanny coming up next weekend.
It's just, again, it's another fall fun day. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring your lawn chairs, come to the farm, just hang out, listen to great music, have some snacks, have some cold brews, and enjoy fall.
The Orchard and Beer Garden are open for the event from 12 to 6 p.m. today. Eckers also has more events planned over the next month to welcome in fall. Families are celebrating the fall season this evening at the annual Bluff Bash in La Crosse. The event runs until 6 o'clock at the Upper Hickson Forest Trailhead, offering live music from Zeke Fitz, a guided hike, and plenty of games for all ages.
And today we just call it an outdoor recreation celebration, so it's just an opportunity for the Parks Department to give back to our community and kind of help people get an opportunity to experience the outdoors.
The Bluff Bash is free to attend and aims to bring the community together while showcasing one of La Crosse's most popular outdoor spots.
Well, we had another warm day out there, but it was a little bit milder than the past two record-breaking days that we've seen. Still seeing temperatures well above average, with most of us reaching into the 80s for this afternoon's highs. 83 today for your high in La Crosse, reached up to 81 in Eau Claire, and we likely will have a big dip in temperatures coming up as we go into tomorrow. It was also another windy one. Most of the area seeing wind gusts around 30 to 35 miles per hour, but those winds will start to die down as well because we have a cold front passing through the area. That's going to cut those winds down, bring some cooler air with it, and also seeing some shower activity with that as well. Already seeing some scattered light rain passing through Eau Claire, with that line reaching La Crosse here now in the next hour or so. There is the chance for maybe an isolated thunderstorm with this, not really tracking the severe chance, but we'll likely have a little bit of a wetter evening, so I'll have all the timing details coming up in a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Nicole. The NLDS got started yesterday in Milwaukee as the Brewers got off to a fast start in their win over the Cubs. News 8 Now's Kate Overton joins us now with the latest on the playoffs. Kate.
Yeah, Brooklyn, it wasn't exactly fireworks as the Brewers scored 9 runs in the first 2 innings. but they had 0 home runs to help with that. The team put together good at bat after good at bat, string together base hit after base hit, and next thing you know, they had a 9-1 lead after 2 innings. They took care of business, and now they'll refocus and get ready for Game 2, which is set for Monday night. I'll have more. We'll be taking the mound for both teams coming up later in the show. Brooklyn.
All right, thank you, Kate. As the government shutdown enters a second week, President Trump says any firings of government employees will be because of Democrats. This comes as a CBS poll finds Americans are frustrated with the shutdown and worry about its impact on the economy. CBS News' Chanel Call has more.
As the government shutdown enters its second week, President Trump remains adamant that Democrats are responsible for the shutdown and for the potential layoffs of government employees. The White House says firings will happen if the government is not reopened soon.
We're ready to go back. You know, we have a record-setting economy. We have a record-setting country. Prices are way down. We're doing better than the country's ever done. And the Democrats hate seeing that. It's up to them. Anybody laid off, that's because of the Democrats.
A new CBS News poll finds many Americans are frustrated with the shutdown, disapproving of the White House, Republicans in Congress, and Democrats in Congress nearly equally. The poll also finds that those surveyed are worried about the impact the shutdown could have on the economy, with 49% saying they're very concerned and 31% saying they are somewhat concerned. On Sunday's Face the Nation, congressional leaders from both sides of the aisle blame the opposing party for the shutdown, with Democratic leaders saying they're fighting for Americans' health care and Republicans saying the Democrats are being unreasonable.
We have a health care crisis in America caused by the Republicans. They've barreled us towards a shutdown because they don't want to deal with that crisis.
There's probably 400 different ideas on how to fix that, but we need a little time to do it. We're not saying that we won't negotiate it. We're saying turn the lights back on in Congress.
The next congressional vote on the shutdown is expected to take place on Monday. Chanel Call, CBS News.
California Governor Gavin Newsom says President Trump has ordered 300 members of California's National Guard to Oregon. This comes a day after a federal judge temporarily blocked the president's plan to deploy members of Oregon's National Guard to Portland. The Trump administration says the National Guard is needed in Portland to help protect ICE agents as they carry out their work. Still to come, there's a reason why women tend to outlive men, why your gender could determine your life expectancy after the break.
Right now, you're busy taking care of the people you love. Let Window World take care of the place you live. Window World, America's exterior remodeler. Improving homes, changing lives.
Wait, you gave yourself a flu vaccine?
At your house?
How?
FluMist, it's a flu vaccine you give yourself.
Yeah, at home.
You do what at home? FluMist Home. What? FluMist Home. A vaccine delivered to your home? Yes.
You give yourself a shot? No, it's a mist that goes up my nose. My mom does it.
And it works?
Yeah, it's the same flu vaccine you get at the doctor's or pharmacy.
So easy. Even you can do it, Chief.
FluMist is a nasal spray flu vaccine for people aged 2 to 49. Don't get FluMist if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its components, eggs, or to other flu vaccines. Do not give FluMist to children or adolescents taking aspirin therapy. Tell your healthcare provider about all your medical conditions, including asthma, wheezing, or Guillain-Barré syndrome, and about all the medicines you take. Runny or stuffy nose, sore throat, or fever may occur.
So I can order FluMist online? Yeah, just go get your phone.
Get flu protection without the injection. Order at flumist.com.
I'm standing here in the warehouse this morning where some 30 to 40 installers depart every morning. You've been thinking about new windows. I've been thinking about new windows for over 40 years. And my promise to you is that these fine installers that leave here every morning install the finest windows available in the market today, expert installation, always at a good value. If you're looking for new replacement windows, today would be a great day to reach out to the board store and set up a prompt free estimate.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Maxwell House Coffee is brewing value, and the government shutdown delays key economic data. Christine Lazar has your Eye on Consumer report.
The government shutdown is leaving a blank space in the overall economic picture. The Bureau of Labor Statistics did not release the monthly jobs report Friday. That economic data is vital to the Federal Reserve as it weighs whether to cut interest rates again at its October policy meeting. The central bank may rely more heavily on other releases like payroll processor ADP, which showed a loss of 32,000 private sector jobs last month. If the shutdown persists, the Fed will also have to go without inflation data and could choose to delay action or even postpone its meeting. New 100% tariffs on many prescription drugs are in effect, but analysts say consumers have a few things working in their favor. The import taxes won't apply to generic drugs, which account for more than 90% of medications in the U.S. Deals with the European Union and Japan, both major sources of pharmaceuticals, cap tariffs on most drugs at 15%. And any company that has broken ground or is in construction on a U.S. manufacturing facility is exempt. One example here is Pfizer. And Maxwell House Coffee has a new lease on a name they say reflects customers' economic reality. For 12 months, the roaster is offering a 4-canister bundle of rebranded coffee called Maxwell Apartment, available on Amazon. Fans can stock up on a full year of Joe for just under $40. And that's your Eye on Consumer report. I'm Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And in this week's top medical stories, a study from John F. Kennedy University found that the longer immigrants live in the United States, the greater their risk of developing cardiovascular disease. Researchers say many immigrants gradually adopt American diet and lifestyle habits, which may contribute to higher rates of heart attack, stroke, and diabetes, particularly for those who have lived in the U.S. for more than 15 years. The study also points to limited access to health care as a possible factor in the increased risk. According to a Children's Hospital of Chicago study, children who catch COVID-19 for a second time have a much higher risk of developing long COVID. Researchers found that during a second infection, children were also more likely to experience blood clots, kidney damage, abnormal heart rhythms, and fatigue. Doctors say the findings suggest there may be benefits to COVID vaccination for children. And why do women tend to live longer than men? A study by the Max Planck Institute looked into the phenomenon, which is true not just in the human world, but across all mammals. One theory is that there are genetic factors which protect women from harmful mutations. Parental care also plays a role, with research showing the gender that's involved more in raising offspring tends to live longer. Well, don't go too far. There's more news to come, but first.
We have a cold front slowly moving into the area, and it's going to be bringing some showers and thunderstorms overnight, but after that, much cooler air funnels in behind it. I'll have a look at tonight's forecast and the cool forecast coming up right after the break.
Do your drains scare you? Bring them back to life with Maxwell White. Get a $99 mainline drain opening, including a camera inspection, and let our highly trained professionals banish the monsters that lurk in your pipes. Call or schedule online.
Thanks to Congressman Derek Van Orden, everything is a lot more expensive right now. Not only did he support all the tariffs that are hiking prices on everyday essentials from groceries to school supplies, he also voted to raise healthcare costs by cutting Medicaid. Meanwhile, families are trying to stretch every dollar to pay their bills. And now Republicans in Congress shut down the government, causing economic chaos. Call Derek Van Orden and tell him to stop raising costs on Wisconsin families.
Hey, Dominic here. Do you have trouble getting your kids to eat their veggies? Well, we have Cheddar Pleasing to the rescue. Just add 1 teaspoon of Cheddar Pleasing to 2 to 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Pour it over your broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, and more. It's also amazing on popcorn and even atop your casseroles. Get your cheddar and 39 other blends at Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. And remember, kids, eat your veggies.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
The era
era of digital advertising is upon us, and it's moving fast. As a business owner, you've probably struggled understanding what it all means. That's where we can help. Phase 3 Digital is your local digital agency that can help you understand the digital world, the products available, and how to use them. So if you have digital questions, we have answers. Call Phase 3 Digital today at 608-793-4522 or visit our website at p3da.com/lacrosse.
This October, Maxwell White and the Lacrosse Hunger Task Force are hosting our annual food drive. Donate at least 6 items when we visit, and we'll donate $15 on your behalf, plus give you $15 off any service that day. Schedule today.
Well, folks north of I-94 have already felt a couple sprinkles as we go into the early evening now, but we'll likely see those chances increasing over the next couple hours as this cold front continues to slowly move into the area. We're looking at mostly showers, but there is the chance for an isolated thunderstorm to pop up within this line. There is one stray lightning bolt just west of Rochester right now. So again, that's really the only chance we're looking at. If there is any thunder within this line, it could maybe account for a quick uptick in the rain rates, maybe giving a more moderate rainfall as it passes through, but we're not tracking anything even near severe or strong. As we go throughout the rest of the evening, that's where we're going to see the best chance for maybe some more moderate chances for rain, and then those thunderstorms going right along with that throughout mainly the evening hours. But once we get into the overnight, especially closer to around midnight, a lot of those thunderstorm chances disappear, and this line will mainly just be a line of steady rain and showers. Once we go into the morning areas, a lot of that rain should dwindle, but we could see a quick little uptick in it, mainly for folks near and south of I-90 as we head into the afternoon hours. Again, just some steady light rain, more of a drizzle, and it won't likely last that long. The main trend tomorrow is going to be mostly cloudy for much of the area, but again, still that chance for folks further south to have a little bit of rain going into the afternoon. Clouds start to move out into the evening hours, making for a little bit of a cooler night tomorrow night, but even tomorrow with those northerly winds now coming in behind that cold front and the cloudy skies tomorrow, it's going to be a big temperature difference from what we've been dealing with the past couple days. Total rainfall is looking fairly light, but pretty much on par for what you can expect for an October system. Most of the area maybe picking up around 1/4 to 1/2 inch, but again, if we could get any thunderstorm development, some spots could be seeing closer to 3/4, maybe up to 1 inch if you're lucky, although that's definitely going to be on the higher end, and this will be for tonight all the way into Monday afternoon. Overnight lows tonight still staying fairly mild, not feeling that cold air settle in quite yet. 55 for your low when you wake up in the morning in La Crosse, 49 in Eau Claire, and we really do not have a lot of warming going on with those cloudy skies tomorrow. Staying in the 60s, 65 to start the week off in La Crosse, 64 in Eau Claire. This is almost right on the dot for our average highs this time of year, and then we're going to have some chilly mornings after that once the cold air settles. Here's a look at Tuesday morning. Most of the area looking to stay in the mid and low 40s, but some of those spots in west central Wisconsin can start to dip below 40 degrees. Wednesday morning, likely going to be the chilliest one. This is where we have the chance to see some frost across the area. Again, especially for folks further north and into west central Wisconsin, could likely get below freezing, but the temperature that you need to have frost form is around 36 degrees. So it'll likely be a possibility for those cooler spots. How much that frost will spread out, especially going into Wednesday morning, it's a little bit of a question. A little bit warmer for areas further to the west, but definitely something to keep an eye on, especially if you have any plants outside like those pretty fall mums. You definitely want to cover them up. Don't want them to have any frost on them. As we go throughout the rest of the week, then we'll be on a slow warming trend, but we're going to stay very mild overall. We'll get back above average by the weekend, but even then, likely still staying in the 70s. So it looks like hopefully we can finally say that fall is here and summer is over, but can never be too sure.
For sure. It seems strange to talk about frost when it was just so nice out this
It is
past
a
weekend.
big swing coming, yeah.
But I feel like we're ready for it.
I am.
All right, thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, a look ahead to Game 2 of the NLDS. Plus, the Vikings were in Europe for a second straight week as they were taking on the Browns. Kate is in next with the highlights.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. An upturn of the mouth. A brightening of the eyes. So easy. Making this the house with the best snacks. Kidless for the night. Like you're 20 again. A smile lights it up. Understands it all. Apologizes. Makes everything okay. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
This big sports weekend continues today with NFL action. The Packers are off this week, but the Vikings were over in Europe for the second straight week, this time up against the Cleveland Browns. Let's go to London, England this time. Vikings trying to bounce back after a loss last week in Ireland. Dylan Gabriel making his first NFL start for Cleveland, and here he is on 2nd and goal, throwing his first career touchdown pass to Harold Fannin Jr. Browns would take an early 7-0 lead. Vikings trying to answer in Wildcat formation, and that's Cam Akers taking the snap, and he's going to throw it to Josh Oliver, wide open for the 32-yard touchdown. This one's tied at 7. Cleveland would take a 10-7 lead going into halftime, but in the third quarter, here's Jordan Mason rushing it in from 3 yards out. Vikings take the lead. Still in the third quarter, Browns on 3rd and goal. Gabriel looking to pass and finds David Njoku for the touchdown. Cleveland goes up 17-14, and it would stay that way for a while. But with 30 seconds left in the game, Carson Wentz goes to Jordan Addison, who makes an awesome grab into the end zone for the game winner. It wasn't perfect, but the Vikings get the win 21-17.
Been in Europe for 2 weeks pretty much, and losing last week in Ireland, a dub was a must. You know, we couldn't go home on that plane 0-2.
It seems like we've been gone a while, and we're very much excited to get back home and try to start getting healthy, and a lot still in front of this team, but it's good to have gotten this victory here today.
It was about as good of a start you could have in Game 1 of the NLDS for Milwaukee. They put up 9 runs in the first 2 innings, and the game pretty much felt over after that. The Brewers' pitching was great, and they would take the game 9-3, getting their first win of the postseason. But now it's on to Game 2, and the team knows what happened yesterday is in the past, and they've got to be ready to go for tomorrow.
Well, I don't think anybody's getting complacent. You know, we know it's one game. You know, even if we lost today, it's still one game, and they're a great team. We obviously have a lot of respect for them, and know they have a lot of good players over there. So we know we got to continue to play well the next few games of this series, and be ready to go.
Game 2 tomorrow night. It's going to be a late one as it's an 8:08 p.m. first pitch over on TBS. Brewers announced today that it's going to be Aaron Ashby getting the start. A bit of a surprise. Ashby has only started 1 game this season, but Out of the bullpen, he's been brilliant. 66 innings pitched and only a 2.1 ERA. So it'll be interesting to see how long he will go and who will come in after him. Maybe Quinn Priester. Maybe they go a full bullpen game. We'll have to see. Chicago going with Shota Imanaga. He's faced the Brewers 3 times this season, having a 3.5 ERA and a 1-2 record. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Stop in where family and friends gather for the lunch sizes. The penny leaves you satisfied. The nickel may require a power nap. With the dime, it's eat what you can and take the rest to go. Open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday for dine-in, carry-out, and curbside at Houghton's Jackson Street Pub.
They often say variety is the spice of life. Well, if that's what you're looking for, the Board Store is your destination, because we have variety. We have windows and doors. We have siding. We have sunrooms. We have kitchens. We have bathrooms. We have flooring. We have tile. Whatever your home improvement needs are, interior or exterior, there's no better destination than the Board Store showrooms at 524 Copeland Avenue in La Crosse.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy. When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram or a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now to get a brand new Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler. Whether it's for work or play, we've got the vehicle for you. We have a wide selection of every model. Nothing beats getting in the driver's seat. So stop in today. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Stop in where family and friends gather for the lunch sizes. The penny leaves you satisfied. The nickel may require a power nap. With the dime, it's eat what you can and take the rest to go. Open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday for dine-in, carry-out, and curbside at Houghton's Jackson Street Pub.
We'll be tracking this front moving through the area all through the evening, mainly seeing showers with it, and that'll likely be the trend for the rest of the evening. Eau Claire has a little bit of a break right now. Same with La Crosse, likely seeing that front getting here in the next hour or so. But after that, much, much cooler. Temperatures finally feeling like fall outside, feeling like football weather. Just
going to. Friday's going to be great. A much cooler temperatures than last Friday. It felt like summer last Friday, but we'll go back to normal.
It did. All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10.